And we should be live. What's up, Jacob? Right? What's up, Corey? How you doing, man? Yeah. Well, I mean, I just scheduled it like 3 minutes ago for, right now. Hey, Brian Perez. How you doing today? There wasn't a lot of time for notifications to go out. It was like, okay, it's working. Let's go live now. I did an NVIDIA RTX 2060 graphics driver update, and then like in the middle of it, it's like, failed to do it. And I'm like, excuse me? Failed to download. I'm like, but you already downloaded and you were in the process of installing it. Failed. I'm like, oh, okay. So my other 2 monitors don't work now? Failed. And then I was like, all right, well, let me retry, relaunch the program, try it again. Luckily it worked, and then like Windows button didn't work, and like it wasn't detecting devices, and I'm like, oh, okay. I just restarted the computer, and it seems to be working. I didn't even do a sound test. Hopefully it sounds right. Let me know if it's messed up. It could be what, I don't know. It could be anything. Just let me know. What's up, Super Smash? How you doing? Anyway, I'm just gonna be chill. I'm gonna be working on the Amalgamation MZ a little bit here, but also just answering questions, maybe a little spin-off tutorials. I don't know. We'll see. It's Friday, thank God, so we're just gonna hang out for a little bit and mess around. A big part of making a game in MZ is just going through your parameters. Configuring your parameters. It's the new databasing. Corey Davis with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Corey. I appreciate that. Dropping the first super chat for the day.
Thank you.
He goes, first I must say I gave the present a few days of me not poop on them, but the minute I remove the boot, they go crazy, so time to put the shit back on them. What? I'm sorry, I don't get it. First, I must say that I gave the present a few days of me not shitting on them, but the minute I remove the boot, they go crazy, so time to put the shit back on them. Who is them?
Yeah.
What is a parameter? Well, it's like a meter, but para. Appreciate that $5, Corey. Sorry for my confusion. It is a meter that cannot move. It is a paralyzed meter.
Or it's like a lawyer meter. Paralegal meter. Or it's a bird. The parrot meter.
$5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. I appreciate that $5 on top of the last $5 you did. Appreciate that, man. He goes, those that are beneath me.
Oh, peasants.
Peasants.
I get it.
Pawns. Fall in line, all you peasants of mine. That's Jacob. Personal code? Why is it pushing this scene skill for personal code? Wouldn't that be under run? Oh, it's running. On run, it's saying do this, which would, so you wouldn't delete this unless you wanted to not show the skill scene. Psycho says, I really want to work on a game, but I'm medicated and just want to chill today too. Well, welcome. You've come to the right place. We're chilling. Like, I mean, I'm technically kind of working on the game, but I mean, I'm just dicking around looking at these parameters. Don't go to sleep, Heartless. You need to stay awake. Another $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you, Corey. For another $5. He says, you are only a peasant if you are a hater of mine. Well, it looks like I'm not a peasant today. Because I am in your good grace, sir. And I'm not a hater, I'm a lover. You almost fell asleep at work until you got a notification for this stream. That's kind of funny. Another $5. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that, man. He goes, be right back. I got more news as soon as I get back. All right.
Exciting.
We will be patiently waiting.
Jacob, you work from home? Or do you got a big bad boss man that would smack you if you fell asleep? Work up! Brian Perez says he's working on his amalgamation character. It's a big blue ball.
With eyes. Don't forget that. It's got eyes, too. In an office. I'm a technician. Okay, that's cool. So do you go around restarting people's computers for them? I think that's what Olivia said one time. She's like, I don't remember exactly, and I don't want to put words in her mouth, but she said something along the lines of, I'm paraphrasing, I like my job. All I have to do is go around and restart people's computers, and she was a IT.
Yeah, it was something like that. I remember that. So we got this camera baby monitor for Lily, even though she's now 2, because she's been fooling us into thinking that she's taking a nap when she isn't, and then in the evening she's just like extremely cranky when we take her out of the room. So now I'm watching her flip around in her bed and rearrange her blankets, and she has not taken a nap yet. She's not fooling me this time.
It's pretty cool. I like this little device.
Yeah, it's really neat. It was super user-friendly, too. I literally just turned it on and bam, it worked.
Camera one, yeah.
Yeah.
We like it so much we immediately said, let's get another camera for it so that you have multiple cameras.
Yeah, because she likes to hang out in the living room and eat her snacks, and I'm always worrying that she's like choking on a snack or something, so it'll be nice to be able to see her out there too.
I kind of want to mess around and put like extra code inside of when you run, like the equip command. But it's not like I can do anything unless I play a particle animation, particle effect maybe. Let's find the code. Let's find the code to play a particle animation. I mean, is it just show animations still for MZ? I'm gonna look that up in a document. I'm going to put a link in the chat for you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. This is what I am looking at. It's kind of a mess, to be honest with you. The MZ script call thing is really messy, man.
I have no idea what two of those tabs even mean or do or what they're used for.
Okay, so it's game temp, request animation. Well, I found it. So I guess it's not too much of a mess, is it? It just seemed to work. All right, let's see if the code actually works. I suppose we'll come back into the main menu core. And I'm just going to do some console logging real quick to test code before I run it just to have it crash. I'd rather just do this with a console real quick. Alright, so we've got game temp dot request animation, and it's looking for three things. Animation, right? Hold up. Targets. What if there is no target ID? Because it's... Can you... This is my question. Can you use this code to play something while you're in the menu? So let's say 0. And then animation ID just 1 and then false. So 0, first animation, and then doesn't need to be mirrored. So let's have this open. Did I do it wrong? All right, let's try one. This is why I'm doing it on the console, because otherwise each one of these is a reloading and everything. Battle core, huh? Options core? Oh, cool, Jacob. I used some of that stuff. I used to work at a vape store when I lived in Orange County. And I had to use this really shitty point of sale computer. And like you have to like tap on the button like 5 times for it to, because it was so laggy. It's like, come on, get it. Oh, okay, now next thing, this one. It was really annoying. I hated working in sales. It was so annoying. Running the same pitch over and over and over and over. I remember one time I had like some hip hop music playing on like, I think I was listening to, it wasn't Spotify, it was Pandora, and then some racist asshole like poked his head in and just called me an N-word, and I'm like, bruh, that is so stupid and uncalled for. Yeah, I hated my sales job. It was so stupid. Alright, so this doesn't work. Not even... Question, though. I don't think I deleted the animations in the game. So let me make sure that there is an animation one. Yeah, I left it. So animation one should be there. So, if any of you know what's the proper way to request an animation in JS for MZ. Let's just go to the next one then here. So this is during combat and scene battle. My goal here is to find some code that will play a particle animation while in scene, like any of the scene menus, the menu scene, like the skills scene, or any of the menu scenes, essentially. Vino with a $2 super chat. How's it doing? How you going? How's it budding doing, Vino? Thank you for the $2, man. Happy Friday. Hope everyone's doing well. People go nuts over cell phones. They make a ton of money. I use cheap cell phones. I spend a lot of money on my computer and I spend very little money on cell phones.
True story.
Game map, maybe. Let's try game map. Where my coders at? Where my coders at? Sir Legna, where you at, man? Where you at, dude? My dude. My dude. Game map dot... Let's see what's in here. Anything that says animation? What about request? What about, I can understand that. If you're not a homebody like me, then you'd probably want some sort of quicker, better device, you know. I soup up my PC and I just stay home most of the time. I know one of you know how to do this, right? We're trying to call an animation that will play inside a menu. I had 1,600 Doge at one time, and I sold them all and made like $47 profit, and I was like, yeah! And now I'm like, damn, why did I sell all my Doge? And I rebought some more and when it was 6 cents, and then I bought some more when it was like 18 cents, and my average cost is like 10 to 11 cents per coin, and I've got like 400 something coins, so not a lot. I felt good about making profit off of Doge until I saw what happened like weeks later. And I was like, for sure this is just a thing that's gonna go back down, right? It's gotta come back down. And it did, but then it went way up. Way, way, way up. And now I'm like, damn, I could have had like so many more times my money had I not sold it all. So now I don't sell any of my crypto. I don't care what happens. I just hold it. Unless I really need that money or I have some sort of information, I'm just holding it all. When I put money into my portfolio, retrieve animation? What about this? When I put money into my portfolio, I basically consider it gone. Like, boom, I only put money in that I can afford to lose. So I don't have a large portfolio, but it's there and it's growing. And the money I put in is just what I can be like. If it disappears, my lifestyle is not going to change. That's how I do stocks. I put only what I could afford to just disintegrate into nothing. And if I lost every penny, my lifestyle wouldn't change. And so that's what I do. And that's how I've still steadily grown my portfolio. Just putting in 20 here, 40 here, 60 here, 100 sometimes if I don't put anything in for a while. And so far I'm net positive, so that's good. Even with a big loss on my biggest investment, like it's not a loss yet. It's just I'm bag holding. You know, I don't have any. I'm not selling it at a loss, but I paid more than what it's worth right now. $2 super chat from Tronogamming. Thank you so much for that couple bucks, Psycho. Appreciate that. Says, I'm going to lurk and chill. Thanks for streaming. You bet, man. Sorry for the delay on the streaming, but let's try retrieve animation. What is retrieve animation going to tell me to do? Is it a function? Undefined. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate that $5, man. He says, okay, I'm back. Welcome back, Corey. Did you handle that business? Retrieve animation. What does that even do? Who knows what that does? Let's look it up. Did I spell it wrong? Nah, I didn't. It's just not in this document. Okay, what about here? What about here? Or here? No. Okay. Alright then. Alright, dog. Game data. Game screen? What if we just try to do something on game screen? Welcome, Black Cacico Supremo. $ game screen. What can we do with game screen? $10 super chat from Polka Latte. Thank you, Polka. Got paid today. This is for T for making me that Polka card sprite. Thank you, T.
Aw, thank you. I'm not done with it yet. I'm gonna finish it after I get a map done in this decade. Actually, I'm almost done with the map, and then I'll finish the cart. I just need 2 more directions. Oh, that face set that you made was super cool, by the way, and I'm so glad you made it because I literally have spent, like, some time thinking, how am I going to make a face set? Because that's definitely not my strong point.
Flash color is a function that wants 4 things. What if we do 200, 50, 230, is this intensity or is it alpha? 100? Or maybe it's just got to be like this. Will it not work in this menu? Let's see here. Is that frames? What's the 4th one for flash color? intensity, right? You got RGB and intensity.
Very cool. That's such a cute face sprite. You did a great job with it.
All right, game screen. Maybe flash screen. Will that flash anything? Start flash. Oh, that's setting a parameter. It's like setting the next thing. Gosh damn it. Start flash. It's a function. Okay, what does it need? A color and a duration. What if I do like let x equal $game screen dot flash color, and then we do like 250 230 comma 200 end line game screen start flash, and we say x is the color and the duration will be 100 million frames. What about now? Did it not? It didn't do anything, right? Okay, that sucks. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey, for another $5. Appreciate that. I drop a massive amount of cash on that Rio. I mean, a massive amount.
Oh, Corey, what is a massive amount to you? I have a feeling it's a lot more than a massive amount for me. Oh.
That Rio?
I don't know what it's the initial offering for, like a private investor offering.
Okay, so that's what he was talking about earlier with that?
Yeah.
All right. A massive amount, huh?
Yeah. What's a massive amount, Corey?
A lot. I don't know, but it's a lot. So that didn't seem to do a thing. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just dicking around here. I am trying to do something specific, but I'm also not dead set on making that happen. Here's what I'm trying to do. I want it to play, and when I hit on skill, I want it to go like, bring, and do like a particle effect. And then when I click on like Corey's face here, it goes bring, and has particle effects. You know what I'm saying? And then I go to like status, bring, bring, like everything plays a little particle.
Because Corey's face should shimmer.
Should shimmer, exactly. When I hit on items, it should go bring, and then, you know, wait a second, and then go to the menu, like bring. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but in order to do that, I need to know how to play an animation inside of the menu. So we're just kind of doing that right now. We're trying to play an animation inside the menu with code.
Wow, I've never tried to do that before.
What?
Play an animation in the menu?
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
That sounds cool.
So I'm messing around with game screen right now, and I'm seeing what's available. What can we do? I mean, with this engine and JS, you could do all kinds of stuff, man. You just got to figure out how to do it. So I know you can do it. You just have to find the right approach and then find the right code and make it happen, really. It's not super hard. It's just you got to figure it out. Can you show picture inside of a menu? You know, that's a question that we may have. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What's up, Shishi Lokes? How you doing? $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate another $5. And he says, I dropped my dividend payment from a little over $40,000 to around $32,000 a month. So I'm just imagining the amount of cash I moved. Ballin'.
Nice. Wicked.
The real Tron, what's up? Hey, game makers! He's like, yeah, that's right. I'm taking Echo's place. What about it? Forget about it. What's Echo up to? What's she been doing? She's doing devlogs, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's putting out devlogs and stuff. She's working on her games. That's
She's
cool.
building that game, yo.
All right, let's keep looking at game screen. What can I do here? Shishi Lokes? That's not my name! How do you say your name, though? Why do you gotta put, like, a bunch of X's and I's in your name? Do you expect people to get it right? Because I bet, like, 99% of the people will be like, what up, pink hair? How you doing, pink hair? That's what they're gonna call you. Your name's gonna be pink hair.
Lixie Locks.
You wanna do what? That doesn't help. Lixie? Hixie.
I don't know if I'm right. I just was, you know. You know. It's Lixie Locks.
Jacob, maybe. You don't know, man. Like, it looks pretty promising. He goes, maybe I'll be rolling in the dough when my game comes out.
I said it right.
And who knows when.
I was right.
80% get it right. Really? Did you take a poll?
Totally Lixie Locks.
How do you know? How do you know 80% get it right, Lixie? What's up, Nowis? How are you doing, man? For those of you who just joined, I'm asking if anyone knows. You could help me out with some code in the comments. I'm looking for a way to draw an animation, we're using MZ here, inside a menu. Because I want particle effects to play when I click on item or when I go like this. I want a little bling, 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 right? I want little bling, not necessarily a shitty sound effect like I'm making, but you know,
What are you talking about? That's an
something
amazing
very,
sound effect.
very subtle, and I want to be able to play animations when I move through my menu, right?
I feel like that should be officially included.
I know how to make it happen if I could find the code to draw animations. Because in the VS Code, you can control what happens when you hit on equip and whatnot. You're going to have a demo out this month? I wish you all the luck. I hope you just knock it out of the park and become an overnight millionaire, Jacob. That'd be the shit. I'm happy that Arkea and her team just really knocked it out of the park with Amori.
You know, I played the demo, and I was thinking today I'm probably going to buy the full game and give it a shot.
Yeah. What's up, KV? How you doing? That X after the first L is confusing. I agree. Hey, Blood Tree. Right? That's what I was saying. His game's getting some attention. Getting wish lists and stuff. It could happen. Just keep promoting it. You know, keep working on it. Keep showing off the cool shit you're doing. So which one of you big brains is going to help me out here? Show animation? Request animation?
I think it's request animation.
Well, I mean, we
It doesn't work.
the game temp.request animation didn't seem to do it. Because I looked it up on the thing. That's why I put a link in the chat. You know, game temp request animation didn't seem to do anything. $10 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate that. It was taking too long for the cash to transfer, so I moved some stocks around and it gave me an extra 4.3 million to invest, but the Rio almost double what I put in. I get them at 88% discount.
Sick.
Whoa.
Sick.
Dude.
That's awesome, Corey.
Corey's dropping 4.3
He's
million
making money moves.
into an initial offering. That's some money, man. You got money. Request animation as a function. Yeah, but look, it's like it's being stupid and stuff. Oh yeah, I tried to play a picture. Actually the code I put in to draw a picture did do something, but it queued it up and it's trying to play the picture after you get out of the menu. So that's not
Oh.
going to work, right?
There's some kind of like pause happening during the menu.
I'll be right back.
Oh no, Drifty, don't leave.
Oh god.
Don't sneeze. She's still awake. She's flopping around in her crib. Little girl, I see you. I see that you're not taking your nap. You're not fooling mommy no more. Mm-mm. She's got her little arms sticking through the slats. She's trying to grab stuff. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm on to you now. Here's the thing. In the evening, if she doesn't take a nap, it's like most of the time she's just incredibly laid back, super fun, just happy about everything. If she doesn't get her nap, oh my goodness, you better watch out, because you could try and give her like a piece of candy or a lollipop or something and she will yell at you angrily because she's tired. This girl needs her nap. Vino says, T, quick, knock his drink over and pretend you didn't do it. No, Vino, I don't want to do that. Corey Davis with a $5 super chat says, nah, Drift, I'm putting in way more than 3 mil. 4.3 mil, yes.
Bruh. I'm back. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate that, Corey. That's a lot, man. I can't even fathom that.
Just don't knock over the pea cup? Pea cup? Were we talking about a pea cup yesterday? I vaguely remember talking about a pea cup.
Yeah, Vino was like, you got to get a bucket or something instead of going to the bathroom. Just bring a bucket. You just hear like.
Suddenly it sounds like Drifty's pouring a drink.
That's all it is. I'm just pouring a drink. I would like to find that code. Because luckily the
Whoa, Bill Carter asks, who's got the best tutorials for beginners? Well, if you're looking for YouTube tutorials, don't look any further, because me and Drifty have a RPG Maker MZ Basics tutorial series that's made just for you. Should I link it? Yeah, I should link it. I'm going to link it for you. Hold on a second. Of course I'm going to say we have the best ones. I mean, come on. Come on.
For MZ?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a ton of great tutorials out there. You don't, it depends on where you're at, the skill level, and what you're looking for. It's much better to be specific, excuse me, and like type in more keywords and try to narrow it down. There's a lot of people who have made tutorials in the past, and many of them are specialized, like how to do this type of system, how to do this mining system, how to make this blah 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 blah. But if you're just at the beginning and you're like, what are variables? What are switches? Then you should just watch our like intro series. For beginners, how's it going, Bill, by the way? A lot of the MV tutorials will work inside of MZ.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's basic knowledge type of thing. And the engine editor is essentially the same. I mean, there's differences, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get into it, but like, come on. This is mind numbing looking at all of these codes. Let's try searching for play. What do we get for 112? What about play animation? Nothing, huh? What about anim? Oh, I know what I want to do. I want to try something. Hold up. $10 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate that. He says pluses. What shares I own in that stock, I get the difference as pure profit, so it doesn't matter if I bought them sky high. I get the difference back as money. And Drift, you sound dead. I'm a little dead inside, yes. Thank you for the $10. Appreciate it. Come on, VS Code. Load. Why is it so slow? What am I know what I'm looking for. Hold on. Specific thing. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you again, Corey. Appreciate another $5. He says, all these years of doing stocks, this is the first time I've ever heard of this. Huh. I don't even know exactly what you're doing. You're like, you got an offer to buy stocks before the IPO or something like that? Bill Carter, you can check out RPG Maker Web, the forums, and you can just type in keywords and search for like plugin master list, or go to Google and type in RPG Maker plugin master list, and you can like find a whole bunch of plugins. The majority of them for MV are free, and for MZ, I would say the majority are still free, because there are quite a few already. This is for sprite animations. Yeah. I don't think it'll work for particle animations. Okay. Forget that idea. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you again, Corey. I appreciate that. But to be honest, if the stock didn't offer a dividend, I would have never did it, no matter the up money. Did it, no need to tie up money, hoping that it would increase for years on end. Yeah. It's called a rights offering. Thank you again for another $5 super chat. Appreciate that, Corey. So you're buying a rights offering. That's interesting. Thank you so much, the Realtron. We got a $5 super chat from the Realtron. Thank you so much, Realtron. Wanted to tell you guys, this month I'll finally have my demo ready. It'll be 3 to 4 hours, so I'm lucky I won those first impressions in December. Yeah, let us know, Realtron. We'll be happy to play it, man. We're not going to be on game map, that's for certain. I don't know why it keeps hiding all your messages, Realtron. I'm clicking show. This one makes the one you guys did last year look like dog shit, not gonna lie. I think you guys will be really impressed with the changes and improvements. I hope so.
Cool. Looking forward to it.
We better be, Realtron. Just kidding. Scene map. Scene manager. So we've got scene base, battle, boot, debug, equip. Basically, we've got to do scene menu. If I do this, all right, scene manager dot push. It opens up the menu. So if we do like scene menu dot request animation, it's not a function of that. Yeah, okay. What do you have in scene menu? Let's look. Doesn't really show a lot, does it? Is it possible to play animations on scene menu? Of course it is. Why am I not able to do it here though? $10 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate that. Another $10. We really could use it, and thank you very much. He says, lol, these last 2 weeks I've been racking my brain on how to get my money transferred. Lol, Uncle Sam got that shit on lock. He be trying to get any free cash from you, greedy old bastard. That's how it works. They need to know about all the money moving around. $5 super chat on top of that $10. Thank you again, Corey Davis, for $5 more. We appreciate that. Now back to game making. At least you got it. You got it transferred, man. Right?
Yeah.
Welcome back, Jacob. Blood treat. I'm pretty cool. What's up, Farbin? How are you doing today? Huh. Why is request animation giving us like hex code underscore hex code? A faux animation queue? What is that? Animation queue. Data. There's nothing in the queue. Okay. Let's put something in the queue, huh? How about that? Head is not a function. Another $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you, Corey. We appreciate that. He says, nope, still waiting on it to be transferred. I use my money in my stock portfolio. Oh. So you transferred 4.3 million of other stock into so that you can get that rights offering, but you're actually trying to do another transfer of money to get more shares. I think, right? Something like that. Damn, it's been like, what, 3 weeks now? Okay, so we actually put something. We put something in the animations queue. So can we like play? Can we request animation now? Can I read property frames of undefined? I did something stupid. I don't know. Huh. Oh, man. Game assets and hookers. All right, Realtron. Let's change the zoom scale to 2. We zoomed in now. I don't think it did anything. It's a function. It doesn't like is dot set. No. set zoom. There it is. That's a function of 2. What about 1.5? It just messes it up. All right. Goes back. Okay. What if we say set zoom 0.5? Nope. Still doesn't do anything. $20 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate that, man. No, I moved a total of 21 million around in my stock portfolio. Oh my god. What?
Pretty sick.
By moving that 21 million around and adding it to the Rio at the 88% discount, I was able to get an extra 4.3 million worth of investing because of the discount. What?
That's pretty sick.
So you made 4 million? You made 4.3 million dollars essentially right now? Fucking what?
Awesome.
You gotta have money to make money, baby.
It's a true story.
Oh my shit. It's fucking crazy, man. I don't really see anything on animations for game screen. Are particle effect animations not handled on the game screen? You know what I'm gonna do? Because I'm tired of looking at that. I'm gonna go into the actual JS. MZ, amalgamation MZ, JS, scenes. Okay. Let's type in animation. Nothing there, huh? Okay, open. What folder do I have? I really don't need this folder open at the moment, so let's go ahead and open folder. Just relocate to this one. Okay, animation count. It's for auto tiles. Auto tiles, auto tiles. I don't know what that's for. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. He says, told you, son, I got a ton of cash. I just don't spend it like I'm making it work for me. Or I just don't spend it. I like making it work for me. Yeah. I appreciate you throwing a little bit our way. Thank you so much. Another $5 super chat from Corey Davis saying, and in 3 more years, I can spend my Dogecoins money. Roof. Let's see what Doge does in 3 years. Who really knows? I predict that the majority of cryptos out there are going to just keep rising until some bubble pops. And then, like, I think the majority of them will be worthless, but only a handful of them will have, like, a tradable value. That's just me. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know shit. But that's what I think. I feel like it's this .com bubble type thing you're going to see millions and millions of cryptos being made, different types. And then eventually the majority of them, 95% of them, are going to be worth nothing.
Seems
and
that
there'll
way.
be like a handful that'll just keep going up after that point. I don't know. I feel like Doge will be one that's kept. You know, here's why. You want to know a simple reason why I think Doge is going to be one that's kept? Is the richest man in the world is sort of backing it a little bit. Also, I went to I said this yesterday on the stream. I bought a new hard drive off of Newegg, and then at the checkout, when I was like, you know, submit billing information, it gave me the option to buy this hard drive. It was like $85 or something with Bitcoin. And not only Bitcoin, it was a system called BitPay, and BitPay accepts Dogecoin. So I could have spent my Dogecoin yesterday or a couple days ago when I went to buy that hard drive. So through BitPay, you can already use your Dogecoin to buy shit at vendors like Newegg. And so I was like, well, if they're already accepting Dogecoin and Bitcoin and other cryptos, you know, some of them are going to have lasting power. Also, if you go to like PayPal, if you have a PayPal account, you may have noticed that they are now keeping a crypto wallet on your account if you want to. And you can purchase cryptos through PayPal. I don't recommend doing that, but you can do that. You can also transfer cryptos to your PayPal and purchase things. And I think in the future, more and more vendors are going to accept a BitPay system, therefore giving more legitimacy to cryptos. So I think they're just going to stick around and make some people rich. I think I'm just going to hold on to all my cryptos. I have 8 different types, and that's not a lot because there's like a million of them. But and I don't have a ton of money in them, but I'm just going to hold on to what I got, and maybe it'll buy me something in the future. We'll see. We gonna see. Right now I'm digging around some files, some JS files, to look at animations. What if I just pull data animation? Can we just pull data animation from the database here? Let's look. And to tell it to do something. What can you get from data animation? What do you get when you say on this JSON file, essentially, what can we do? Can we pull and do something? Because this is just manipulating the data. Nah. But you can say data animations 1 dot. Hold on. So there's 151 entries if you use length. Okay. All right, that's fine. Whatever. Let's move on. How do you start your own crypto? I mean, you can start your own crypto. I don't really know the necessary steps. Getting it tradable is the hard part. $10 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you, Corey, for another $10. We appreciate that. I might be able to spend my Doge money now, but with stocks, it's a good idea I hold on to what you make to pay as little as possible in taxes. Maybe crypto has no such regulations, but I'm not sure. That's true. I wonder if I would have bought. I paid cash, or off of some random debit account I have when I bought that hard drive. But I wonder, because I did pay tax on it, I wonder if I would have paid with Doge, would they have charged me tax? Because I'm not spending US currency, I'm spending some kind of crypto, right? How does that work? I'm not sure. There's not as many regulations. Could I have gotten that without paying a tax if I would have got it with crypto. I think in the future they're going to tax it, right? Because government wants their money. They're going to get it, right?
They make the biggest money moves.
Game temp. So here's our method. Our request animation, which we've tried. But what is happening when we put it in here? It's specifically looking for a target. And that throws it off. So we need a different method. We need one that doesn't actually look for a event ID, because I'm assuming target is an event or player. And so maybe we need an XY value. Instead of 3 things, you pass 4 things, an X and a Y, and then animation ID and mirror. So request animation may not work because there's no target to find. Retrieve animation? That just pulls what's coming up in the queue. Here we have game character base start animation. I think that's for moving the sprite though. Character base. Show animation. Here is the game interpreter command 212. So look, here's why it's not doing it, because there's no character. There's no character to be found, which is this character ID, on the menu. In scene menu, you have no character. So it can't follow through, because this is false. So if this is true, do this, but there's no character. So this is false, and then it doesn't need, it just returns true. Just returns, that's all it does. That's why nothing's happening when you try to do a request animation, game temp request animation in scene menu. At least we understand why it doesn't work. But I know you can still play an animation, you just need a function for it, right? Alright, so that doesn't help us. Here we are in scenes. Scene base. Let's go down to scene menu. Alright, scene menu. We have 96 instances of scene menu. If you spend any currency within a certain jurisdiction, they will tax it, says Bloodtree. I would assume that, and if not right now, in the future it would be that way. But because crypto has a lot of uncertainty and not a lot of regulation yet, I'm thinking that I'm not sure if that would have taxed it or not. So do you have to add a new method to like scene base or scene menu base? Like obviously I'm not going to adjust the core files. I've done that before. We've been there, we've done that. It's better to write a plugin if you're going to try to go that route. But so maybe we write a little plugin that adds a new method, a new function that will play an animation. I would rather do the simple script call and then put it inside of an existing plugin, Visualis. Because it has a little... Once I know the code to draw it, but maybe there is no code to draw it. Maybe we inside that area, we have to write the method. Write a new function inside of there. But I don't know. I don't really know. I'd have to like try to figure it out. Okay, hold on. Because it's not sprites. We're not like adding a new child sprite. You know, it's different. We're using particles. So I don't know how it works. If we wanted to just add a new child sprite, we can just be like, boom, play this new child sprite, and it's an animation. As long as, I mean, you'd need a scene change to clear your cache. Otherwise, you'd have like a memory problem at some point. But it would take so many animations to do that. Like, you're probably fine. Okay, so let's try, let me close this down and try to go back into a plugin parameter. Let's go to the main menu core. $5 super chat from Corey Davis saying, thank you, Corey, appreciate that. Tips for dodging taxes? Don't. Just don't.
Good tip.
It's a good tip. Because they're going to find, they gon' find you. They gon' find you. Because they taxing everybody out here.
It's a good tip. I mean, everybody's got to pay taxes, and if you don't, well, you're not screwing the government over, you're screwing your fellow people over. Who are paying the taxes. She's still flopping around in her crib.
She needs to go night-night.
Sometimes she falls asleep right away. I'd say it's like 50-50.
Let anim equal $game temp dot game data animations. I don't know, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I just want an animation to play when I open the menu. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold up. Let's make an event, right? Let's try to reverse engineer this. Let's make an event. Nah, because it's using request animation, and it's that is all you want? Well, not really. It's not all I want, but you know what I mean. The next thing I wanted. What's up, Steven McCown? Just joined to say, hey, man, been watching you for like 10 years, it seems. Well, thank you for watching. I've only been making videos for like maybe 6, 7, something like that. But I appreciate a long-time watcher stopping by to say hi. So thank you. Appreciate that. How do we play an animation without specifying a character? Who can tell me this? How do you play an animation on an X or Y location instead of requiring an event ID. All right, let's just make this and look at something. No, we can't make a dummy event, KV. It's not like a simple workaround because we're not trying to play an animation on scene map. We're trying to play an animation on scene menu. So there's no events anywhere on. There's no events on scene menu. There are no events, no player, no nothing. So look, this one. I played an animation. We're on scene map here, so like, yeah, the code works and it'll do stuff. So it's using request animation frame here. Hey, Steel, how's it going? We're just chilling. $10 super chat from Vino. Thank you so much, Vino. Appreciate that. He says, are you sure you even can? The animation code, I thought, doesn't even run in a menu because the game's is in a suspended pause state behind the menu. I think even HUD Maker gets put behind menus. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking for the $10, Vino. Appreciate that. That's what I'm getting exacerbated about right now. Like, I don't know if that's the right word. I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting infuriated about, like, I know you can do it. No, I know you can do it. But like, you have to write your own method that plays the animation, I think. You can't just hijack request animation because that's using an event. And that's all suspended in the background, you know, on side of scene map. And it's not until you return to scene map that those are going to play. Possibly make a custom menu with HUD Maker and have the animations play with them. I think so, Vino. I think if we really want to do sparkly glitteries. But I don't want to redesign the entire menu. I have no desire to do that, right? Like, I want to be able to use the wheels that have been made for me, and I don't want to remake the wheels. I just want to put some flair on them. So I've been digging through code all day and process animations, sprite sheet, but this is for a sprite sheet. Textures and are particles considered sprite sheets? They're not, right? Like, does this apply to the sprite sheet class? Underscore process animations, huh? Oh my god, please. Hey Aerosis, maybe you can help me. Is there a way to play a particle animation in RPG Maker MZ inside of scene menu? Do you know anything about that, Arrow? Because game temp request animation specifically is looking for an event number or player ID in the first argument. You haven't dealt with the particles. Apparently nobody has. And apparently nobody has any flippin' idea, myself included. I doubt that, Bloodtree. I don't think so. We give it a number in the first one. And then 0, 0. So we need to do this line, and this line. All right, okay, hold up. Let x equal new sprite base, which is a function, right? And then we can say scene menu dot add child x. And then x dot start animation. And then we give it 3 things. The animation ID, 0, 0 should work. Hold up. If it's mirrored or not, which we can just say false, and then if the delay 0. Alright, I need to actually have this open to see if it does the damn thing. But it's not gonna know where. Nowhere, huh? No sprite base in MZ. Okay, that must be a animation form for sprite-based animations only. $5 super chat from Corey. Thank you so much, Corey. Appreciate that $5. He says, now I'm a noob, but if you set it up as an array, would that work? You mean like replace the event ID as like an array? I don't think so, but we can try it. Another $5 super chat from Corey Davis. He says like X, Y, etc. Thank you for the $5, Corey. I mean, like, you can try it. I don't think so, but because you mean like hijacking the method that currently exists, like using game temp dot request animation, and then it's looking for 3 things, and you're saying right here put an array for like X, which we can say let's just do, but there okay, so X and Y, we were thinking it might, if it would read it, it'd be reading it as pixels. So if I'm 1280 across, let's say halfway across would be 640, and then for the Y 720, so that's 360 to do right in the center, X Y type of thing. So that's the first argument. Second argument being request animation. What are the 3 things that's in here? Target, animation ID, and mirror. So animation ID would be like, let's just say the first one, and then mirror false. And okay, so let's open this up and hit enter. It would like play in the middle, right? Hold up, let me minimize this a bit. So it should play like right here if it's going to do the thing. It's not doing anything. What if we try to do it like this? Boom. Nah. But what if we went like ID 1, right? Would it play? It's crazy because the giving it an array didn't say undefined, but then when you didn't give an array at the beginning, it says type error, which is interesting. What if we, instead of giving this, maybe it's looking for like map location, like let's do like 4, 5, so like 4 across and 5 down would be like right here or something, right? Let's see what happens. Doesn't actually do anything, but it's also not type erroring. Arrow says, very unlikely that you can pass an array where an array is not expected. Drifty, about 2/3 through this video, he opens up the menu and the menu screen has animated portraits. What? What if, now it says, what if you add an MV style sprite animation sheet as an animated sprite in a similar way to menu cursor plugins work and bypass the whole particle system? I think that would probably work now, because then we can just do like, if you did it like that, then you can still request, let's see, you can still do like this, create a new sprite base and define, you wouldn't need to put it in plugin parameters. You just give it the data you need right here. You just create a new sprite base at that point, and then say add child sprite to that scene. I mean, it'd probably work. D Tigertron says, is there a way to automatically skip the regular menu, then have your first room be a custom menu room? Yeah, totally. You can just turn off the menu completely and use like SRD's HUD Maker Ultra to just completely make your entire menu system 100% custom, whatever animations you want. We could do that. We could very well do that. But that's a ton of work, man. And like, it already looks pretty nice if we could just fluff it up a bit, $10 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you so much, Corey. I appreciate that $10. He says, I'm just a noob. I saw a lot of info and was wondering if you could pull it together like a method or something. I know messing with the buffs and MV, you can array them, so it was just a thought. Don't hate me. Nobody hates you, Corey. We're not throwing hate. Aerosys has said it's unlikely that it's going to work, and I tried it. For this instance, it didn't, but like in some instances, you can place an array. Interesting thing that happened though, when we didn't use an array, it gives us a type error. However, when we do use an array, it just says undefined. So maybe it is expecting some type of array, or it's able to take array right there. Bloodtree says, I hate Corey. Come on now, Bloodtree. It is very much easier to deal with sprites than particles, because I don't know how to do particles as far as... I don't know how to draw them... I don't know how to do a script call to play particles. Because I'm trying to use request animation, and even though we're doing that in the scene map, it still doesn't seem to be working. Which I would assume it would. Seems kind of stupid. That's like a simple function, right? Just play an animation. But of course, trying to do it in the scene menu, which was our goal, completely different thing. Because on the scene map, you have events. This is an event. The character is technically event 0, I believe. So you have events and IDs. In scene map and other scenes like scene status and whatever, scene equip, you don't have event number, anything. And I would have thought it would be game screen where you handle particle animations. It's not though. Where do you handle particle animations? What data object are you looking at? Or what game object? I mean, obviously it's data animations, but... Bloodtree says, nah, just joking, you cool. Alright, Arrow says, thanks. Let me know if you find any information about this. I would like to be able to manipulate particle animations and control them at my own whim and say animations here at this XY location. Play an animation backwards. Particle animation backwards right here. Change the hue slider on the particle animation on the fly using pixie filters. Like, why not, right? There's so much we can do with Pixie and JS. How do we do it? How do we do it? And it's all gonna start with trying to get them to display on the map, which is this should be easy, super easy to do. And then having them display on any scene, that's a more complicated process, I would imagine. But it still shouldn't be that complicated. Where are they being drawn? What event are they being drawn? And how do you bypass looking for an event and giving it an X, Y instead? Like, this just should be easy. This should be something we can do. Where are they being handled? Game map is animation playing is one of them. It's still JS, Farben. And just because you don't know how to do it doesn't mean you can't help. It doesn't mean that you won't ever know how to do it. It doesn't mean you don't have the ability to research and find a part of the puzzle. Like, obviously, we don't know shit until we try to learn it. We don't know how to do anything but eat and poop. We start off level 0 only knowing how to eat and poop. So just because at that moment we didn't know how to do something doesn't mean that we weren't ever going to know. We have to work for it. Just got to put in the time and keep going. People see the end result of like coders, plugins and stuff, and then they're like, oh yeah, that's kind of cool. I wish I could do that. Some people don't give a shit, but some people probably like, oh, it's magic. I wish I could do that. You don't see all of the hours and days and weeks and months and years of research and the same shit we've been doing on the stream for 2 hours or an hour or whatever for years. You don't see any of that. You only see the result of all of that toil. And it doesn't just happen, and some people they didn't know it. All they knew, remember, the person who wrote the best plugin in the engine, all he knew at the beginning was how to eat and poop. That's it. He had to work for the rest of it. Character base is animation playing. Game character base and animation. But as far as playing animation, here we are, back with game temp request animation. Targets, animation ID, and mirror. That's it. Okay. Data animations ID dot ID. So that's an array. Data animations is an array. A list is the JSON that stores all of your animations. Right, that's what I'm saying. Obviously, it's request animation, but apparently, Eros is saying it's executed at a different place. Okay. I know it's command 212. This is from the JSON, data animations, and if you know, it'll pull the ID, name, display type? What is display type? Oh, if it's like head, body, or screen, or whatever. Right, so like if we went to data, animations, and then said 1 dot display type, it'll tell you, which is stored in a variable. Yeah, it's like a variable. So 0 it would be the first one, head, and then, I mean, in order to see the order, you would look inside the engine, I would imagine. So that would be, hello, where's it at? Nope, that's not it, son of a bitch. So here, display type. For each target, center of all targets, and center screen. So 0, 1, 2. All right. Effect name, scale, speed, all of that stuff is stored in the JSON. Can you make a breakpoint in MZ sprites line 3254, run an animation, and then go step by step? Method create animation. Let's try that. Sure, Aerosys. All right, let's get this. Oops. Let's go to where do you want it? Sprites. JS. Sprites. Okay, we've got sprites, and you want to make a breakpoint. This is deactivate breakpoints. Hold up. Activate breakpoints. Fuck, I forgot how to create a breakpoint. Is it right here? Fetch breakpoints. Event listener, right? Hold on, what'd you say? Event listener, breakpoints. Animation. Create animation. And let's go play an animation. Errors. Okay, do that. Pause on exception. Okay. Pause on exception. I have to restart because I already messed something up here. It'll be fine though. I was doing a bunch of other stuff before that, so it was already like caught up on something. All right, so right here, we played that animation. All right, I'm in MZ Sprites, and you want me to 3254. Oh, you gave me the line. Breakpoints, no breakpoints. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. Sometimes my chat screen doesn't reset. Lol, been looking at the chat for like 10 minutes. That happens to me too. It's frustrating when that happens to me. I just have to hit Control R, reload the thing, or click the reload button. Right, I realized I didn't make the breakpoint. I'm trying to figure that out. Breakpoints. It says no breakpoints here. Ah, there it is. Okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. 5 euro super chat from Aerosys saying double click on the line number left to the program code to make the report. I see it there. Bang. That's what I was looking for. Not XL. I was like, this is for like web. This is not the one we want. We don't need that. Well, we needed breakpoints here, but I didn't see a plus. You just click on that. That's how you do it. Right. Okay. So now that we've got this breakpoint here, we need to do a pause on exceptions. And then we play an animation and we follow where the code goes as it's playing. So if I play an animation, it doesn't seem to go anywhere. It doesn't do anything as far as I'm not. It's not in sprites. Farbin says, I was also working on my character's walk sprite while watching the stream, and for my first time creating one. I don't think it's bad. Good job, Farbin. Has Drift cracked the code yet? Aerosys is helping me. Maybe put the breakpoint one line below. Okay, let's breakpoint right there. Okay. Let's try again. There it is. Now it's breakpointing. Okay. So we've got somewhere. We tried to play an animation. The game paused. So it's like you click on it. It's done this. It needs to be one line below. That's right. Thank you, Arrow. And so this is what's being passed. Let me move this so we can get a little more view. Target array, animation ID, yes, now you can check how the request argument looks like, then it's probably easier for you to reproduce. So the request is an array, an object. It's an object. It feels like it's getting cut off right here. Is it getting cut off? Or is mirror the end? Where is this? Holding control seems to get rid of that. Targets, colon, array 1, comma, animation ID 1, comma, mirror. But is it just... Mouse over requests to see it better. It doesn't seem to pop up anything. What about this? Oh, there we go. Mirror false. So in this first array, it's saying targets array 1. Game player X6, Y6, real X. So it's using the game map X and Y locations, not it's not using like screen X and Y pixel location. It's using the X, Y map location. Control plus slash. So then it goes to this dot underscore tick. Yeah, it requires game character. I'm sure you could pass it an array with those, with your own data, but there is no X and Y map location inside of scene menu. So what are we gonna just give it? Like it won't do anything. Yeah, but I like that I can go through one frame at a time. F9, that's what I'm looking for. Okay. Hotkey to go to the next thing. So let's follow through. Goes through that line of code. It's passing game player as the target. Mirror false. And then it runs the function animation base delay return 0. Return 0. Goes to the next function, animation next delay function. Jumps over here saying return 12. Then it says if is animation for each animation which is defined in the database, request animation ID, which would be passed in to be 1. And then there's a function called is MV animation 1 to see if it exists. Animation ID 1, display type 0. Effect name, it's got all the data for it. Flash timings, hit physical. Let's look at this. Etc, etc, etc. And the double exclamation saying do not return null, right? It's saying make it true or false. Return true or false, not null. Dot frames, undefined. Return MV, we've got a ternary. We're saying if the animation's position is not equal to 3 with exact data typing, or animation.display type equal to 0. This is the true, this is the false, right? Return MV. What's going on right here on this line? What's up, Tigertron is saying, Googling to see if I could find anything to help and found your animated title screen for MV. I am guessing this is the one you said is too much work, or it doesn't work for MZ. Huh? Oh no, that's a different thing. I said that one doesn't work because if you do a transfer event, he's referring to a video I made about making your own title screen, but that one I'm transferring to a different map, and it's kind of a very basic shitty way to make your own menu. I recommend using SRD's HUD Maker if you want to make your own menu. That way would cause you to mess up move events in certain situations. You'd have to design around your menu, and it puts some limitations on what you can do for scene creation. So like I made that tutorial and I left it up because some people liked it, but like ultimately I say this is not a good way to do it, and you shouldn't really do that in that tutorial. Because it can mess up scenes, and switches cannot trigger and mess up the game flow and whatnot. That's what you're talking about when you searched and found the tutorial, Tigertron. Okay, so this method checks if the animation is full screen or individual. Display type. Okay. Create animation. Now we're back here for a constant target of targets, a for of loop. Okay, and then it says target is this data. It's different from targets. We're creating a new one. But out of targets, create an animation sprite. It's still called sprite even though it's using particle effects. That's interesting. Animation, mirror delay. Wait a minute. Create animation sprite. This is looking for a game player array. It's still looking for a character though. We can't just pass an X and Y in here. I was like, what if we can hijack create animation sprite? Targets, animation, mirror, and delay. But targets is an array that's got a ton of data. It's a game player, essentially. How can we replace game player with like an X and Y location? I don't think it just works that way. Hold on, how do I... What if I control scroll? No, oh shit, no. Shift scroll? Nope. What about I go here, highlight it, alt scroll? No, huh? That's kind of sucky, because if I go like this, I want to... Oh, never mind. It's fine. I'm trying to hijack stuff that exists, but it's looking for map X and Y instead of an actual screen XY. All right, F9, moving into the next. Hey, Drag, how you doing? Hey, Drag, maybe you might know. If not, don't worry about it, no pressure. Do you know of a way inside of RPG Maker MZ to display a particle animation inside of a game menu? Now, we've looked at the game temp request animation, and unfortunately it would only work inside of scene map because it's looking for a map X, map Y location for a character location, like a player as a target. Do you know of any way to submit to play a particle animation using like the screen X, screen Y, like XY location particle, like pixel location? Like, so I would like to draw an animation like in the center of the screen, or you know, at location 240, 120 or something, instead of an XY like as the map. But if not, no pressure, no pressure. Thanks for stopping by, I appreciate it. How you doing? Corey Davis with a $5 super chat saying, oh my god, a wild drag. So I'm gonna go to the next frame and see what happens after this. So it's defining what MV is. It's saying return MV at a different function, and I was confused right there. But here's where MV is defined. It's saying this MV, constant V, is this is MV animation, passed in animation, which is an object that's got several different data points inside of it, which are all defined in probably $ data animations. Okay. And then return if it's true or false. Double exclamation saying don't return null. We need to know true or false here, probably. That's what I was thinking too, Arrow, but like the X and the Y are not X and Y locations, pixel locations. The X and the Y are map locations. So there's no map locations that you can find inside of scene map, or inside of scene menu, only in scene map. Like, we could add in the object with all that data and then change the interpreter or write something so that the interpreter doesn't look at the map X and Y. Instead, it looks for a screen XY. I don't know how to do that. X and Y are numbers. Type whatever you want. I realize that. But if you say X equals 10, it's not going to look, the interpreter is not going to see that 10 and say, oh, you mean 10 pixels from the left. It's going to say, look on the map, the X location 10 on the map. And the interpreter is going to say, what map? We can't find the map. $5 super chat from Corey Davis. Thank you, Corey. Appreciate that. He says, doesn't Vigistella have a plugin that uses partial effects? Partial effects? They have a lot of plugins. Particle effects. Yeah, they do. Don't they play a particle effect when in the craft system? You're right, Corey. Vigistella knows how to do this shit because inside of the scene menu, they have, or maybe they wrote their own scene. They wrote their own scene even, and then they're playing a particle effect inside the scene menu, like for when you craft an item, right? You craft an item, and it's like it plays a sparkle animation inside the menu. I know you can do it, and that's proof that you can do it. You just got to figure it out. Mog Hunter has one. Moving to the next frame, what happens? It's calling function sprite animation, initializing its arguments. And then initialize functions being defined here. Sprite, call this. That's an alias. Mog Hunter menu particles. Really? But it's not what I want. Okay. Yeah, I haven't looked at it, so I don't know, but Mog Hunter's done a lot with sprites. I haven't seen Mog Hunter's MZ stuff yet. I need to take a look at what Mog Hunter's done with MZ, especially since he's returned back with a fury. Here's the sprite initialize function being passed a bitmap that's currently undefined. So it's saying if it doesn't have an enemy texture, we're going to assign it a new pixie base texture, set its size to 1:1, constant frame, make it a new rectangle, and the function rectangle is there. This is in the core engine. Initialize the rectangle with passing in arguments. We're referencing Pixie.js here to do this drawing. Rectangle initialize function is being passed in x, y, width, and height. Pixie.rectangle.call this x, y, width, and height. Function rectangle being passed in those 4 data points. Some conditionals. What does that mean? So this is a comparison operator. 3 equals meaning exact data point. So x, if x is exactly equal to void 0, then x is equal to 0. If y is equal to void 0, I don't know what void 0 means, then y is equal to 0. So it's, I guess it's going to catch some handlers that would crash, and it's assigning them value. Okay. This.x, so it's converting all of that data into actual numbers so that they can be interpreted as integers later, I'm assuming. They're making sure that everything is a number going forward, so that's like a part of JS's complicated, and a complicated aspect of JS is getting the data in the right type, in the right form. So that's what we just seen right there, putting that data in the right, making sure it's in the right form so that it can be interpreted as a number. Initializing the, we're back after the rectangle has been called, so it's closing that initialize function. New const named texture, creating a new pixie texture. Sprite._empty base texture. Frame is the new rectangle that we just created. And here we have, inside of Pixie, the emitter actually drawing it. New event, function events, keeping track of the count. Now it no longer has no frame because it's starting the animation. If it has no frame, blah, blah, blah. This is all Pixie stuff. It's really cool to go through everything that we just looked at, that we're looking at, is everything that's interpreted and is happening when you say show animation. Take care, Jacob. I did not Wrath of Wood. I'm still at a loss. We're cycling through everything that's happening when you play animation. We've determined that, you know, X and Y is going to be game map XY instead of screen XY. You know, it's not pixel XY, it's what map location you're on. So 0, 0 would be maybe the same, but like it would depend on the size of your map. And that's only drawn on the game map, so it request animation doesn't work inside of scene menu because it's looking for character event data. I mean, we could pass in some bogus data, but it's still going to try to look for a map at some point, I would imagine, and not find it. Now we're inside of Pixie.js, and a whole lot of I don't know what the fuck is happening, but it's formatting the animation, creating the particle effect, given the data that it was given. Everything, all the data is passed through. It's astounding, all of the processes that are happening when you try to do show animation. Here we are with calling the actual sprite, passing in the texture that was just defined, giving it a container, displaying the object. So much stuff that Pixie's doing here. I still cannot see how X and Y are determined in the core code, says Aerosys. That's what we're looking for. We're trying to figure out how do we not say map X, map Y, and instead say a pixel location of the screen. That would be tight. You know, with sprites, we can add a child sprite, new sprite base. How do we do that with particles? This is all Pixie, still Pixie. Jeez, man. So much Pixie, 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 Pixie. Let's go back. I want to go forward. Pixie does a whole ton of shit. It's crazy. All right. Oh, we went back into the code here. Okay, so the core files. Bitmap change. We're back to initialize rectangle. Oh, it started over, didn't it? Yeah, it started over. Okay. That's what happens. It cycles through. That's a whole lot. Anyway, guys. I'm going to download MZ. I'll take a look when it will be finished. I'll DM you if I find a way to do that. Awesome. Thanks, Drag. No pressure. Thank you if you come up with a solution. If not, still love you, dude. But that's where we're going to end the stream. Sorry for the 30 minutes delay getting it started. Like I said earlier, had some technical issues, but that's why hopefully I made up for it by streaming longer today. Love you guys very much. Hopefully you guys have a fantastic weekend. It's Friday, so we'll be back on Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much to all the people who showed up to look at this code and mess around and have fun and chill on a Friday. And thank you to all the super chatters and everybody who's subbed to the channel. Please like this video if you have not already. And please subscribe if you haven't already. And follow us on Twitter. And we have a Discord where you can come hang out with us and talk about games and all kinds of other stuff. We'll see you guys on Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Till then, bye-bye. Have a good weekend, everybody. Good luck with your projects.